Hey. Hello. My stomach. You guys, last night was horrible as fuck. Have you ever been hated or discriminated against like that? Look at the signs of my wicked rhymes. Look at the time. I'm sorry. Sick as the mind. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like you got something to say, but nothing comes out with the news today. It's just a bunch of gibberish and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Drake. What do you say to somebody you hate? Let's put this on. You say she going through what? It's not a reliable source. Okay. My side is like kind of swollen. So, yeah. Man, I had a rough night. I couldn't even sleep. My side was in so much pain. Like, yeah. I'm pretty in the pain as fuck. Outside. Is that the one? No. Press. What is that? Hey. I should go to the hospital. It was horrible last night. And now I got cramps and like, oh no. Frick. Hey. I don't even know what Good M's is. The Bear House? I'm not even at the Bear House. Like, what? Is it outside? I don't even know. I'm not even at the Bear House. Oh, am I? Did someone say so? You know, I stayed at the Bear House when I was little. Outside niggas love an outside bitch. Don't be mad when they get some outside. This isn't what I'm looking for, but I tell you these niggas ain't shit. Please believe it. They gon' fuck on anything. These niggas way too easy. Good for nothing. Let them That's not what I'm looking for. Sad. Sad. So. I'm not at the Barrett house. You gotta understand something, right? A long time ago, I stayed at the Barrett house when I was little. I don't want to talk about anything because I have stress. I don't need to address anything. Just because I stayed at the Barrett house once does not mean we have some freaking connection. Like, I hate when people do that. Like, so what? I stayed at the Barrett house when I was little. That does not mean everything that happened to you connects me to you. That is so weird. I don't understand why when things are happening to someone, they say, well, oh, this, and this, so you're connect. Don't connect me to your drama. I don't want to have to address drama. Leave me out of that. Whatever is going on between you and those other people, you need to go figure out your issues with those other people. I do not want those other people after me for no reason because you threw me in your drama. Leave me out of that. Like, I couldn't sleep last night. I was in so much pain. I have so much stress. My tooth area right here hurts. I had a hard time sleeping last night. Just leave me out of that. Like, whatever you've got going on with people, that's a you thing. I don't even know half of those people. I didn't know nothing until she told me about those people. And to be honest, whoever she's with, I could care less. They're in your ear. When you find out that person takes your money, that's it. That's it. I don't, yeah. You're quick to believe people, and you let people in your life, and then they do something to you, and then what? Who else? Because why is it people are talking crap about me? So, I don't need to address anything. That's crazy. Like, I'm tired. Couldn't profit from what? What money? I'm not doing anything for money. I didn't know anything about that money. If you want to talk about money, she's the one who told me about some money she was getting. I didn't even ask her. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to get into what I did. That'll literally prove I didn't need her for money. I seem to remember people that wasn't there for her when she needed them. I don't know what someone's getting in your ear about, but whoever that person is, and if they said I was texting them, then they're lying to you. And they really want to get close to you for your money. That's how gullible people are. They let these people in their lives because they think these people love them, and then they're going to take them for their money. I don't have to say anything. The poison Kool-Aid will tell you. It may not even be poison Kool-Aid. Who knows what that person does? You may drink something, and the next thing you know, Dateline. Like, I'm for me, I need to focus on myself. I'm tired of trying to protect people and telling them what I know. I know about people's energy. I know about people. So if you want to go into the wrong hands of people, then go ahead. If someone's talking shit about me, they don't even know me. So why are they talking shit about me? Like, I don't even understand why you're making that shit up. I don't have nobody's number. I don't even know who you're with. You have to understand something. People is mad because I won't be jealous they have a relationship. Why would I be jealous if we was never a thing? That is stupid to me. I tried to be your friend, but you wanted me to be jealous because you had a relationship. Because before, when we were having a conversation, she says, oh, she's like, Do you get jealous? I was like, no. Why do you want me to be something I'm not? And you're mad because I won't be that. I don't care. We was never a thing, so why would I be jealous who you're dating? Whoever you're dating, I could care less. All of a sudden you get in this relationship and then you treat me like shit. All because that person thought I was after you for your money and tried to push me away because they want your money. And I'm not going to tell you that until you realize when you shit about me, and I don't even know you. I don't even know that person. So why would you just sit here and talk shit? That's crazy. Nobody knows anything about me, but all of a sudden I'm hearing that you guys are talking shit. I have never done that shit to you, ever. And for you to disrespect me and put me on blast online is so crazy. For someone who never wanted to be on social media. And then you say I'm connected to these people. I do not care. I told you that Wendy was crazy. And you still insisted you wanted to be with her because that was your first love. I'm tired. And then if I continue to address this shit, then she's going to make more posts. She knows I never liked Wendy. So why is she over there posting that I'm with Wendy? What kind of stupid shit is that? Imagine going back to someone that said that they were going to harm your friend. I wouldn't be with someone like that, but you still wanted to be with somebody like that. Someone that said they were going to hurt our other friend, and you even said so yourself. Make that make sense. I don't know why you bring up Wendy like I'm supposed to care. I don't see her stuff. I don't care to know anything about her. You're the one that told me about her. Like, I don't got anything to do with her. Really, I don't. I'm not even following her. I'm not even watching her stuff. I'm not even anything. Wendy is this chick that she mentioned on somewhere. Because someone sent me the screenshot that she said I'm working with her. Wendy was a girl that she was in love with that does OF content. And she talked about her all the time. And this said person posted a story talking about chopping our friend's hands off because she thought that that girl was with her. And it was a whole jealousy thing. I don't know. There was a bunch of things. She would talk to me about Wendy all the time, how she was in love with her, how that was her first love, how she couldn't stop loving her. And then when I told her she was crazy, she said, yep. She said, you were right. She seen some stuff that she did that was crazy. Why would I even want to team up with someone I don't like? Someone that threatens to harm my friends. If you cared about your friends, you wouldn't threaten them harm. If you ever cared about being friends with someone, you wouldn't do that and put them on blast and then literally disrespect them. I don't even... You know what is crazy? Those people she named, I didn't even know them until she told me something about them. Those people that she's talking about are the people that have literally... Never mind. I'm not even going to spill that information. She's getting herself... If they see that stuff, the place that she's at, she's ruining herself. You can't talk about people like that. Whether you hate them or not. If they were committing a fraud, a scam, if they were whatever it is, I was not a part of that scam. For you to try to loop me with those people, I didn't even know what was going on there at that Hawthorne shelter. All I knew was what you was telling me. Why do you lie to people like that? I didn't go there and attack you. I didn't buy you Papa John's. Why didn't you call the cops? Me with someone else. Something is really going on, and I don't know. You're a whole different person, and you think, I don't even know. Like, ever since she got in that relationship, she's a whole different person, and she's taking it out on me. When I went, which it is true because people probably saw me. When I went to go take her pizza at her job, I literally bought Little Caesars, and I gave 2 slices to one homeless man. Because right as soon as I got off the bus, he's like, can I have a slice? I'm hungry. So I was like, okay. And then I was going to explain to her why a slice was missing. So then when I get to the bus, I got mobbed. And I literally said this on live. I told you guys this. So then this other guy came up and said, can I have a slice of pizza, another guy. And I said, yeah, sure. I never showed up to her work unannounced either. She's the one who wanted me to go see her whenever she was on break. And anytime I went to go see her, I asked. I said, hey, I'm coming. Is it okay if I come see you at work? I never showed up unannounced. Even her, she was over there with her coworkers. She's famous. She's TikTok famous. Anytime I would leave her job, oh my God, what did you do? All these people came to my store and is shopping. They must have saw you there, and they all came, cause now we're packed. Like, she would joke with me and stuff, like to literally lie to people and make it seem like I stalked you and attacked you. You know that I would never hurt you, and I'm tired of going back and forth because it makes me stressed out. You got somebody, and you're trying to say that you tried to tell me. When did girlfriend ever come up in any conversations? We never even mentioned the word girlfriend. So what are you even talking about? Why are you even lying? You never even messaged me and said anything about girlfriend this, girlfriend that. You a liar. You didn't message me and mention the word girlfriend. You said I was talking about you, then fine. You don't work for the city. You don't work with animals. So I don't think I was talking about you. Everything is not about you. If I'm talking about you, I would have said something. I don't gotta lie. You literally want to come online and lie to people, go ahead, show them the messages. Are you going to show them the recent message where I said I'm trying to be your friend because you said whoever you were in a relationship with thought I wanted to be with you, so you couldn't be with me? Because literally, this is what she said. The messages are there, right? She literally said in the message, oh, well, she said I can't because you already expressed feelings. How would she know that? Why would you tell her that? You're in a relationship and you're telling her this person expressed feelings for you, even though I just said that I'm trying to be your friend. Nowhere have I mentioned a relationship. You kept bringing up and you kept saying about how think of me as a friend, think of me as a friend, when I was just having normal conversations. I was just asking you how your day was and how you're doing. I don't need to be constantly told that every time. I never even brought up anything. You're the one that's always bringing up stuff. The people that she met knows. Everybody will tell you. Everybody from her past, everybody that I know, I could have them literally tell you. They'll tell you exactly who she is. And I'm not trying to talk bad. Everybody told me, stay away from her. She is not a good person. It'll never work out. And I still went back. I still gave the benefit of the doubt because I thought maybe, you would be a good person. I thought maybe you would be opposite of what people were saying. And if a lot of people are saying that, some people say it must be true. I don't believe so. I still don't believe. You know what I mean? It's just crazy to me that you want to make up all these fake messages when you're the one that had feelings and you're taking it out on me. Like, if I made you have those feelings, I was just myself. If it's not my fault that, like Mean Girls, it's not my fault you were in love with me. I didn't do anything to you. You were the one that had those feelings, and then you take it out on me. Anytime she gets with someone, then she takes it out on me. And I'm so sick and tired of it. She finds somebody, then she shoves me away. She is trying to find what she isn't going to find with other people because she has feelings for me, and she's taking it out on me because she doesn't want to have those feelings because she wants to be with someone else, and it's not really true. If she really loved that person, she wouldn't be putting them on blast online, talking about my person. She just messed herself up. You put yourself online for everybody to watch you. Now you can't walk around with someone and have a normal relationship because people are going to look at you some type of way. All these people, right? You claimed you didn't want any eyes on you. You claimed that you didn't want people following you around. Now look at what you did. Because you put yourself on the internet, and I tried to prevent that. That's why I didn't name you. That's why I didn't say anything about you. You did that on your own. Now when stuff happens to you, I'm going to get blamed because you won't take accountability for what you did putting yourself out there. I literally told you to be careful. You saw what was going on with me. You know the stuff that is going on with me. For you to try to say that I'm looped in with those people at the shelter after you for your money is crazy. I do not care about money. I have never tried to scam somebody for money. Believe what you want to believe. You guys can believe what you want to believe. I don't need to be sitting here and defending myself. I'm literally not going to post or share any messages between me and that person because why do I need to? Let them show certain messages. Nowhere in the messages was there anything about girlfriend, anything this. For her to lie like that is crazy. Oh, I told her I didn't want to be her girlfriend, so she went crazy and she started. I don't even know who she's dating. I don't even know who she's dating. And whoever it is that she's dating, if it's that person that I knew, which is only one person, I don't even have their number. I don't even know them. Like that. Believe what you want to believe because you don't like me. That is a very dangerous situation. This is no joke. I got threatened to be blasted on Facebook, and not blasted like blasted online, blasted with a weapon. And I still went back. What kind of a friend threatens their friend? What kind of a friend literally threatens that? Never mind, I'm not even gonna go there because you twisted that, and I was not trying to say that about you. You know what you posted. You post stuff and then you delete it. I don't even look at your stuff like that. It's not fair to me that you disrespect me after all the stuff that I've been through. And for you to even think for a second that I would harm you, whoever it is, because I know you didn't think that by yourself, so whoever you're with that said I'm trying to harm you is going to harm you. I'm telling you that right now because it's projection. You don't learn until you get hurt by people. And then you're like, oh, my bad, it wasn't you, you know. I'm just so sick of it. Because I got a social media presence, I'm the one that's got to take it because I got a large platform and things are happening to you, so it's my fault because I'm the one with the large social media platform. That's what that is. Because I have a large social media platform is the reason why I'm getting targeted. Because it's my fault. I don't send people to do anything. To literally say that I would send my family to hurt you is crazy. My family does not do that. Oh, I don't know who your cousins are. First of all, you met my mom. Why would I want you to meet my family if you do threatening stuff like that? Why would I want you to know anything if this is what you do? Weird. She did. She said, I don't know who your cousins are, what they do. I'm not sending nobody. I don't have contact with my cousins. Like, that is weird. I'm not in this mafia thing. I'm not in some type of thing where I send people to do that. Like, that is crazy. And you want to know why she thought I was going to send them? Because she didn't want a relationship with me. I don't do stuff like that. Like, that is a really odd statement to say. like crazy. She did, though. It's a literal character joke. It was a joke. It was not real. That was not even a real thing. That was the character. Oh, I'm creepy. Okay, whatever. Just because I stayed at Barrett House when I was little once does not mean I'm connected to you. She stayed at Barrett House a long time ago. And because I stayed there, all of a sudden, I have this motive towards her because I stayed there once. It's just like weird things you try to connect me to. I don't even know. All I know is what she told me of those people. She told me I was trying to protect somebody and someone else. That's not the case. I was not going to go online and talk shit about our other friend because she didn't do anything to me. That's the thing. Right? Literally. Why would I talk about someone that's not talking to me? The reason my other friend is not talking to me because she was jealous. She thought we had a relationship. We didn't. How many times has that happened? Why would someone think somebody has a relationship? You would have to make them think that. You know our other friend did not just come out of the top of her head and say, so, what do you guys got going on? If there wasn't something to be done that was making it look like you and the other person got something going on. Nobody just says, so, are you, like, your actions have to be showing that. Why are you lying? Seriously, I never did nothing to hurt you. And I'm never going to do anything to hurt you. You want me to react. You're talking about how you want me to, like you don't want to argue, but you're going online arguing. I never said anything towards or to you. So why are you arguing? You don't want to argue, but you're arguing. I didn't drug her food. I didn't drug nothing. What is she talking about, drug her food? I didn't drug nothing. I didn't drug her. I never drugged her. See, that's crazy. I never drugged her. How did I drug her? How did I drug her food? She literally ate at the shelter. How did I drug her food if I never even... The only time I cooked for her is when I cooked for everybody else at the house. Everybody ate with us. We all ate. And she even wanted to take the whole pan home when I made cheesy chicken Alfredo. She took the bowl with her home and ate it because it was that good. What are we talking about? And everybody else ate it. They didn't get sick. When I took her the pizza, I had just bought that pizza and I took it. She even gave it to her coworkers. Did her coworkers get sick? No. She said, here's leftover pizza. Do you guys want it? I gave it to her. When she didn't have food, who was there to give her food when she was starving? Not the other friends. I went out of my way to help you because you was starving. And you want to, like, disrespect me and put me on blast? That's crazy. What drink? When we went to have drinks, there was somebody else there. Our other friend was there. To lie and say that I spiked her drink is crazy because the other friend was there, and the other friend, if I was able to get in contact, would tell you I didn't spike her drink. There was people there. So let's not lie. The other lady that was there, that was 75 years old, that I think passed away from heart problems, was there when we had a drink at the Cheesecake Factory. So how am I going to spike her drink when we're all sitting at the bar in front of the bartender, mind you, that is standing there? We were all sitting there. There was no... How could I reach to even drug her drink if there's people there? We were all sitting there. We all took photos. I literally have photos of us at the other restaurant, me, her, and the other girl with our drinks because she asked the waitress to take a photo. Why are we going to lie like that? Why are you trying to make me be this person that's out to get you because someone's getting in your head? I don't care about her relationship. Let it ruin her. If I was in a relationship with someone, I wouldn't be worried about someone else. Why is that person worried about me? That's weird. That's insecurity issues. That's a relationship waiting to fail. You can't be friends with other females. That's weird and that's controlling. Saying that, oh, you would understand. That's what you told me. You would do it too. You would. No, I wouldn't. That's like me being in a relationship and someone told me, well, you can't ever see your mom again. You can't ever see your family. They're cutting you off from society for a reason. Maybe you need to watch Investigation ID. There's a reason why someone's cutting you off. It starts with that. And then you're going to be found somewhere in an abandoned field because someone did something to you. That's not jokes. But you want to push away the only person that was trying to protect you? That's crazy. While also trying to drag them into your problems when you said you didn't want me in your problems. What was I supposed to do? I felt like I couldn't help you with nothing because you get mad. I tried to help the best that I could, but you said you didn't want me in your situations. So fine, I let it go. I knew if I didn't help you or if I didn't try to fix your situation, you would blame me and say it's my fault. I'm not making threats or anything. I'm just saying that's how it starts. You have to watch these shows to understand. If someone's isolating someone from people, there's a reason. That is very controlling. I wouldn't understand because I wouldn't be in a relationship like that. A relationship that tells you have to stop being friends with someone that you were friends with way before them for a year, or even if you were friends before with that person longer than I was, okay, it's still weird to tell someone that you can't be friends with someone that is female is weird and controlling. I don't understand because I've never been in a relationship like that, nor will I ever be in a relationship like that. And then you have the nerve to follow someone who harasses me. And then you sit there watching her tell me that I'm on drugs and that I do alcohol, knowing that's not true, and you don't defend me. Because you enjoy it. You always wanted to be a bully just like these people. What kind of a friend does that and lies to people online and says that I don't care about your person. You wanted me to be this person I was not going to be. I'm not going to get jealous. I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to do all of that. There's no need to. If you want to be with someone else, go be with someone else. Stop thinking about me while you're with someone else. It gets mad annoying. Like, I'm so sick of it. And then I'm getting it because of how you feel. Maybe stop getting with people and take care of yourself. You're not in the right mindset to be with anyone. And you're talking about being with someone while you're putting someone on blast online? While you're talking shit about someone online? And you put them on blast? Crazy. What if they didn't want to be on social media? Now they're out there. Now people knows because you did that. If you cared about someone, you wouldn't be putting them in drama that has nothing to do with them? Why are they in the drama? Why are they in the drama? So you don't even need to say anything. You know what? Moms are always right. My mom's in here and she's always right. She said that she didn't trust her. But I was like, well, Mom, you don't know. Like, you just don't know. She's been through a lot. There was a lot going on. My mom knows everything. My mom met this lady. Well, believe what you want to believe. I don't care. I don't know who she's saying I messaged. I never messaged her person. And to literally say that I'm attacking her a person, I attacked her. I didn't attack her when I went to where she was at. I didn't go to where she was at to take her pizza. The only pizza I took her was from the gas station. Because I said, hey, the only gas station where I could get pizza, I went and I said, hey, do you want me to bring you some pizza? She was like, no, there was some stuff going on. And then she's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So we met at the gas station right there where she was staying. And I took her pizza. Because that's the person that I was. I was like, oh, well, I'm having pizza. That was that. It wasn't no Papa John's. I never even got Papa John's. There's a lot of stuff that people don't know and they love to just talk about shit they don't know about. Yeah, but here's the thing. When people tell me that, I'm not going to listen because it's controlling. You're not going to sit there and try to tell me who I can and cannot be friends with. I already lost 2 friends because I chose her over those 2 people. Because I'm not going to let anyone tell me what to do. It's very, no one's going to control me and sit here and tell me who I can and cannot hang out with. That is crazy. I'm not going to sit here, be rude, and bash someone because they want to go online and think I'm working with people. Like that Nico guy. I don't even know anything about him. Except what she told me. She told me he has a podcast. She told me all this stuff. She's the one who told me about these people. I don't know what this crystal chick looks like that she's mentioning. The only person that I know what they look like is Nico because she showed me his social media stuff. And Wendy because she showed me who Wendy was. Otherwise, I don't know anybody else. I don't know what that crystal chick looks like. I don't know her. I don't know anything. I really don't. Hey. I didn't do anything to Bella. So, since she wants to name drop Bella, because she wants to name drop her, let's get into that. What happened at the pool is she invited me. Mind you, that day she invited me. She said, hey, we're going to the mall. You want to come? And then she said, never mind, bring your pool stuff. We're going swimming. That was that day I told you where she told me my top slipped off. Where she was like, whoops, your top fell down. Ask Bella. I didn't do anything to her. So let's talk about that. Bella's the one that asked her if we had anything going on. Because Bella liked her. You know what she told me? That she couldn't be in a relationship with Bella because people told her Bella does not like girls and it'll mess her up. She wanted to be in a relationship with her, lied to everybody, and told everybody that she didn't want to be in a relationship with her. But she did. She didn't want to be in a relationship with her. She's not going to tell people how she was hurt that Bella left with some other guy to go live with him And she said she made me look like a clown, saying she was going to live with me in an apartment. And then she took it out on me because I was just trying to be someone that was being there for her. And then she takes it out on me and says, I can't talk to you. I got work in the morning. Yeah, why don't you tell them about Corey? Huh? You won't bring up the Corey situation? I almost got thrown out because of that situation. And I protected her from getting thrown out from that situation. When I got yelled at to go get her, and I said, well, when someone said, well, go get her, where is she? And I was like, she's asleep. I protected you for that. And that's the shit, that's the things I get shitted on. All because you were hurt. She left with some guy. And I'm in the middle of the shit I shouldn't have even been in. It's drama. So people told her, do not get in a relationship with her. I'm not even going to bring up the thing that happened to Bella, because that was bad.
Oh my God.
We went, right, I'm going to tell you what happened. So then I get there, right? Anyways, it was at Green Jeans. We were at Green Jeans. There was a guy that was in a military uniform. We were waiting in line. I think I paid for my food because she's like, what do you want to get to eat? So I went and got something to eat. I paid for it. I gave Bella and someone else that was there this like little, I got the little McDonald's. They were McDonald's Happy Meal toys, but it was the little McDonald's stuff, like a cell phone, you know, like the whole little McDonald's set. So anyways, we're downstairs. There's like people waiting to order, and all of a sudden she just grabbed me, right? Because she was like, a bachata song came on, and she was like, do you know how to dance to this? And I was like, no. And she's like, I need to have a talk with your mom because she didn't teach you. And she's like, here, come here. So then we were dancing in front of people, right? I was like, okay. And then in the back of my head, I was like, if this girl comes downstairs and sees this, she's going to get mad and jealous. Because I already knew that this girl had feelings for her, right? So anyways, we're walking, right? So we walked to the place that they were at. And we're going there, and someone in a truck, I guess apparently saw me and took a picture. I don't know what it was. They said something about it, and I was like, oh, okay. So I said, we better hurry up and just get there, because I don't want people to see that, you know, if they see me going to this place, then they'll probably think I'm there and then start harassing. So then we get there, and we get dressed, because, you know, I have to get into my stuff to get ready to go swimming. We get into the pool and we're swimming, right? Everything's fine. She cracked that joke. She goes, I'm not even gonna mention it. What? She says, I don't care who's there. I'm gonna crack this. I crack jokes like that. Basically said, whoops, your top fell down. I was like, okay. So then, I said, whoops, my top fell off. Like, just joking with her, right? This weird guy came. He said hi. We didn't respond, and she's like, are you guys done? And we were like, yeah, we already knew. We got out of the pool, we left because the guy was being weird. We go inside, which she's not telling you the full truth. She tells me, oh, you can lay down and take a little nap before you go. And I was like, okay. I didn't go to sleep because I knew if I fell asleep that I wouldn't wake up to make it to curfew. So I'm awake, she falls asleep, she's snoring next to me, whatever. She's waiting to get into the shower because Bella got into the shower, and then the other person got into the shower. And you know, they showered, and then she gets up, she goes to the shower. Now she comes running back, and I'm telling you this. She rushes back to lay down, which I know why she rushed back to lay down. She doesn't want to tell people the truth. Just admit to people that you had feelings for me and you were fucking with my head. That's the shit that's fucked up. You can't be 100% completely honest about the fucked up shit you was doing. What the fuck? It's not my fault you had those feelings. I didn't do shit to you. I was just laying down resting. And she grabbed my hand and starts holding it. I was like, okay, whatever. The Bella's next to us on her phone, looks disappointed as fuck. I could tell she was upset because here we are doing that, and I was just like, I felt uncomfortable because she's upset, she's doing this, and I'm like, I I don't know. Something's off. Like, I don't want to be in the middle of whatever this is. Why is she upset over that? They don't got something going on. Bella is my other friend. So then she's doing that, and then next thing I know, when she came back from the shower, she laid on me. She laid on me. And then I was like, oh, okay. Like, I can't hide that now. That girl is seeing that. There's no way for me to block what is happening because I didn't want to be in the middle of their drama that I got looped in somehow. And people think I'm stupid. I don't get disappointed about seeing two people sharing affection if you didn't have some feelings towards someone. People think I was born yesterday. I was not born yesterday. To get her to stop pushing up on you, maybe you should have set some boundaries and told her, hey, I don't like when you force yourself on me, instead of using me to try to get her to get the hint. That was some fucked up shit to do. Because I wouldn't do that fucked up shit to you. I wouldn't. So then, here we are. She's holding my hand and then she puts it in the lap, in my lap. So then I put my knee up to try to block that because I'm like, oh, here we go. Like, this girl's disappointed. She didn't sleep the whole time. She's on her phone trying to act like she's not seeing what's going on. Right? So then, next thing I know is that I like kind of was like laying like kind of like with my shoulder turned towards her, and then she starts, you know, just like doing that with my back or whatever, and I was like, okay, like what? I was just like letting it happen because what am I supposed to do? Hello, if you like someone, you're gonna let them do stuff, right? But in my head, I was like, this girl is disappointed, and I was like, well, I shouldn't feel bad because from what I was seeing, and she did admit it, she said, yeah, she did push herself on me. She pushed herself on me at the shelter, and I witnessed that. Why did you have enough boundaries or restraint to tell someone not to do that? Because you had feelings for them. You lied to everyone and told people you didn't want to be with her, and then finally told me that you wanted to be with her, but people told you not to because it would mess her up because she didn't like women. And after all that happened, it was like 9:30, and I had already called my lifts because it's 9:30, and sometimes lifts take a while, and I need to get there at 9 to make curfew. So then, what happened was, I said, I gotta go. I said, oh, I gotta go. It's time for me to go. And she's like, okay, do you want me to walk you out? Yeah. So then I get all my stuff, I get ready to go. And then when I leave, you know, she's standing in front of me or whatever. So yes, I did, like, I went like that and I brushed her hair or whatever. Then she hugged up to me and she hugged me. Then she's like, what if someone sees? Like, she started freaking out. She's like, what if someone sees from social media? And I'm like, nobody's gonna see. I don't tell anybody where I'm at. And so then she's like, someone's coming, because someone was coming down the stairs. And when she saw who it was, she's like, oh. So then she went back to hugging me. And then she's like, did you enjoy your day? And I was like, yeah, I enjoyed my day. And then in my head I was like, my day? Was this all for me? Like, okay, whatever. You know? So then she's like, why don't we go up front? Because they may not find you back here. And I'm like, well, it pinned back here, so they should be able to find me. And she's like, let's just go up front. So we go up front. Mind you, I left. And then she tells me that she missed me. She's like, I miss you, all blah, 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 all the bullshit that she tells me. Because it was bullshit. And then she finally told me, after I left, Bella jumped on top of her and literally, like, tried to push herself on her, jumped from that bed to her bed and jumped on top of her and was like, literally, and then said, so, what's going on with these two? And she's like, nothing. How are you going to tell somebody nothing is going on when you're being really affectionate to someone in the bed next to them and Like, you don't think they're seeing that? She may not be looking, but out of the corner of her eye, she can see that. That's stupid. Oh, we don't got nothing going on, but, you know, here we are cuddling. Here we are doing this. Here we are doing other things. You know, it wasn't like that. We didn't do anything like that. You know, just holding hands and being affectionate. But how are you going to tell someone that and say you don't got nothing going on, but you're being affectionate with someone? Explain that. Why are you trying to put her on blast? What did she do to you? You're mad at her. You was mad because she left with someone. So then, after all that happened, you know, not only that, when I went to go see her at her work, not even too long ago, recently, I miss hanging out with you. What kind of a shit is that? And then after I went to see her after her break, mind you, she would joke and be like, it's a date. And I would be like, it's a date, just like joking. It wasn't really a thing. We would just joke like that. And then I would go, like, I would go see her on her break. So then, what happened is that one time I went to go see her and I barely make it back to the shelter. She's like, I miss you. And I have that message. I still have that message. And I said, I miss you too. I said, I hate that I had to leave. Like, I get sad every time I have to leave. Obvious, duh. And you want to make it seem like I'm crazy? Bruh, I never did anything to you to hurt or harm you. I don't know why you want to put other people on blast and drag other people in drama. And one thing, and this is another thing she told me. Said she wants to bring up Bella. She said, why don't you go to Bella's work and talk to her? Why don't you go see what she's doing? Because I want to know what she's doing. I'm like, no, I'm not going to go. I said, no, I don't want to go talk to her. I don't want to see what she's doing. Why do I need to go spy on her for you? I'm not your spy. If you want someone to spy, hire a private investigator. I'm not a private investigator. I don't do that stuff. She wanted me to go to her job to talk to her, to spy on her, to see what she was doing. That is none of my business. That is none of my drama. And I told her, no, I don't want to go talk to her. She's not talking to me. I sent her a message asking her if she was okay and she didn't want to talk to me. She didn't like me because she thought we had something going on. And then you try to say, like, oh, you know, she's just being her. You know, talk to her again. She'll talk to you. You knew. You're not stupid. You're older than I am, and you act like you're oblivious to stuff. You're older than I am. You know this stuff. You've been around longer than I have. You've dated women. You know this. Someone's not going to be laying there and see someone they're in love with be affectionate with someone else and not be hurt. That is crazy as heck to think that the person's not going to be hurt. For you to try to say I did something to her. I didn't do nothing to her. Let's not lie. Bella got with her friend, which is why she's no longer talking to her said friend that we went to his pool and swam at. Oh, but it's crazy. Right? I never tried to do that crap. I never tried to do any of that. Any of that. All of a sudden, you said that she tried to get with your friends. Mind you, she tried to hook me up with that said friend. Oh, what do you think of him? And I'm like, he's a nice guy. And she's like, oh, so something about trying to say that we should date.
Te está llamando la yegua.
Yeah, she tried to hook me up with a lot of people. She tried to hook me up with Shelterchu. She tried to say, what's wrong with Shelterchu? She goes, Shelterchu's jealous of me. And I said, no, she's not. She goes, yeah, like, she doesn't like me. Okay. should date Shelterchu. And I'm like, no. She kept trying to push me onto her, and I'm like, look, I just see her as a friend. Well, maybe, she said, if you would just, what did she say? Something about stop having feelings for me and date her, then maybe you could see she's going out of her way to do stuff for you. She says, ma'am, she's very polite. I said, she does that with everybody. She calls everybody ma'am or sir. Things like that. I'm not the only person that she talks polite to. She tried to push me on, and I have the comments, because I even joked with her. I said, what am I, chopped liver? I said, you're just trying to get rid of me. No, haha. She, in a sense, she was, because why are you trying to throw me onto other people? And then you say this stuff, and then you're right back in the loop, telling me all these things, sending me those love songs, and then, man, like, I don't even get it. And then lied and said I did something to her. I didn't do anything to her. The only thing I did was be in love with someone she was in love with, and because you were affectionate with me, that's why she's not talking to me. And you won't tell people that. You guys would be hurt if you saw someone that you cared about, that you was in love with, showing affection to someone else. If you saw the person you was in love with kissing someone else, you would, and we didn't do that at all in front of her, but I'm saying that if it ever was something like that with the person that you like doing that in front of you, you wouldn't be happy about that. You'd be hurt. Just the same way that she was hurt because she saw her being affectionate. You're laying there having to watch someone get close to someone, and you want to be the person that is close to them. You want to be that person that is there. And you want to lie to people and say that I hurt her? What is wrong with you? She talked to me. Bella talked to me and told me all of her personal problems. I did not hurt that girl. She felt comfortable to come to me and to talk to me about all the stuff that was going on. And you have the nerve to sit there and lie to people and tell people that I hurt her when I was the person she came talking to when she had personal issues, when she was at the shelter. You are really, really a horrible human being to treat someone that you claim that you loved like a piece of shit. I knew that was gonna happen. I didn't have to say anything. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that I knew that Bella was going to say that we had some sort of relationship after I left. I knew that. Because what else is someone going to think when two people are being affectionate right next to them and, oh, we're just friends? Like, that's stupid shit to me. That's the dumbest shit ever. And then, when I actually thought about the whole situation, I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't because maybe it was because she was trying to make that girl jealous. She wants people to get jealous, and I don't. Just because she's jealous. You don't get jealous over someone you don't have feelings for. You don't have a conversation with someone like you want to be with me. That is weird. You made excuses for why you wouldn't be in a relationship with me. It was just stupid excuses. What does your family have anything to do with me? She literally told Shelterchu the reason why she was not pursuing a relationship with me was because of her kids. Something with her kids. I didn't really hear that good to hear what she was telling Shelterchu, but she said, I don't want her to deal with the issues with my kids. What does that have anything to do with that? That wouldn't have bothered me. You made horrible excuses. I don't want to take accountability for that. She likes to see people jealous. It's a fact. She told Shelterchu, she was like, I used to get jealous over her, but not anymore. Okay, what kind of a crap is that? Oh, we went to the Al Hurricane, which that video that you shared, I took that video. She did play me. She did. She did. Actually, I was stupid because she wanted to be a player. She even said that from the time she expressed feelings with me, that she wanted other women, that she wanted to be with other women, she wanted to sleep with other women, she wanted to be a player, she didn't want to have a committed relationship. Now she's in a committed relationship, which is weird to me considering the fact that she said she didn't want a committed relationship. She said, well, what if I don't want a committed relationship? And I said, that's okay. I'm not going to force you to be in a relationship. If you want to be in a relationship with me, you'll be in a relationship with me. I'm not forcing anything. She literally said she would do what she did again, which is get mad and stop talking to me. She goes, what if I snap at you again? And I said, well, that's fine because I understand your situation. I will never attack or target you. And this is not attacking you. This is literally saying that you need to hold yourself accountable and tell the truth. At Top Golf, when I was there with Shelterchu and her, they had that conversation. Why is she talking to Shelterchu about reasons why she won't be in a relationship with me? We were not even talking of. She's the one who brought it up. Like, I think she asked Shelterchu, like, what are you looking for in a relationship? Or I don't remember what it was. It wasn't even a relationship topic. So why are you trying to tell people why you can't be in a relationship with me? Nobody knew that. I was not telling people anything. You're the one that's telling people that. Hey, you're the one that's talking to people about a relationship with me. You don't want people to think, why do you do this shit? She gave me a pair of earrings to shout out loud while everyone's sitting there. Here, as a friend. No, otherwise, when you have to keep doing that. That is so frustrating to me. I'm not stupid. I didn't tell nobody online we had a relationship. This is where it stemmed from. You're attacking. You think that I'm telling people, oh, she's making stuff up in her head. If I just commented last week that I'm trying to be friends with you, you think that I'm making anything up in my head about a relationship that you claim I'm telling people I had with you. I never told people I had a relationship. I told people, I don't know how many times, I am not dating somebody. I am not in a relationship. They continue to keep saying I was. It's literally screen recorded. It's literally screen recorded. Like, no, I don't have pink Crocs. First of all, it was not about sleeping with someone. I literally said that. I was not trying to have sex with her. She was the one that was trying to have sex with me, and then she would make excuses. Like, all I did was try to be there for you and care for you. All of a sudden, you're asking me if I had sex with women? Hello? Twice. I already told you guys that. I went that day my hair was all the way down, okay? Makeup on, everything. I had that yellow shirt with strawberries on it. I went to go see her at her job, and I think that's the day I went to go take her pizza. That's the day that I went to go take her pizza, because I said, "Oh, I'm sorry that you were off." I said, "You know what? I'll come tomorrow and bring you the pizza since you were off, just to be nice, because I felt bad. She didn't get pizza, so this time I'm gonna bring her pizza, right?" So then I go over there, right? We're talking. She tells me, "Oh, you look pretty today." And I was like, "Okay, thank you, whatever, blah, blah, blah." I don't, from being bullied, it's hard to take compliments, whatever. So then we're sitting there and she tells me that again. Anyway, she said, "Do you want to go to Starbucks or do you want to walk around Walmart?" And I'm like, "We can walk around Walmart," until her, uh, like, break was over. So we get to the aisle where they have the blankets and stuff, and she's looking for blankets for a bed. And out of nowhere, she blurts out, she's like, "So, have you ever had sex with a woman?" And I was like, "No." And she goes, "Do you think it would be weird?" I'm like, "No." And then she's like, "Oh." And then she's like, "There's my boss," right? Her boss had just walked by. And I was like, "What are you trying to do? Get yourself fired?" Because, like, I don't know if you're allowed to talk like that at your job. I don't know any of that. Like, you gotta be kind of professional and appropriate at your job. So then I was in my head about it when I went back to the shelter. I was like, why would she ask me that question? Does she want to sleep with me? Like, what is this? Because in my head I was like, yes, I liked her. So I was like, that's okay, whatever. I really was trying to analyze, because I'm an overthinker, of like, why she asked me that, right? Because I'm confused, right? She went to talk to her coworker because she was off of her break. So I said, "I'm gonna go back." I said, "I'm gonna head back to the shelter." I said, "Bye," or whatever. I don't remember if we hugged goodbye, but I know that I left. So I'm waiting for the lift, because I got a lift, because I said, "I don't want to take the bus back. I'm too tired. I'm going to take a lift." She was telling me that someone did something in the aisle. It smelled bad. She was joking, ha ha ha, laughing, whatever. I think she was cracking a joke at me in DMs, because she was trying to, trying to move the goalpost away from what she said. Because I think she thought I was going to bring that back up about her asking me about the whole sex thing. So I get to the shelter, and here I am, like, why would she ask me that random question? Like, what the heck? So then, there was space in between us. It was not that type of thing. We were just laying down having a conversation. And she says, "So you've never really had sex with a woman?" I was like, "No. Like, why are you asking me this again? I already told you no." Then she says, "Have you ever had sex with a man?" And I was like, so then after I responded to that, she was like, "Oh, well, the kids have to be gone all night." And I was like, okay, I don't know what to respond to that. Like, okay, cool, whatever. Then here comes the excuses. What if it's not good? I wouldn't know. I've never been with a woman. So why are you, like, what if, okay, like, the first time with someone, even with a man, is probably not good. Like, first times are never good. Like, why are you saying that to me? I wouldn't know. I've never been with a woman to know. And even if I was with someone, it may be good with someone else, but not good. Why are you, like... And then it made me feel some type of way, because I had to tell her in the messages. I said, "I'm not trying to have sex with you." She goes, "I'm not trying to blah, blah, blah," and tried to twist it on me like if I was the one asking for that. I just wanted to let her know that she doesn't have to feel like she has to bring that up or try to do that, because because she thinks that that's what she needs to do. No, I'm not I'm not that person. Okay? Like, these are the things that you know, I wasn't going to say anything, but I try to keep that to myself. Like, why do you do that stuff? That was not once. That, like, she said that multiple times. Then when after the incident on Taco Tuesday, and I went back, then she's bringing it up again. And she literally said this out of her own mouth. She was like, what if it's not good? She goes, I don't think we could do that. She said, because it's not going to be good. And then she's making okay, you don't need to explain to me. I get it. I understand. We don't have to do that. I'm not pressuring you to have sex or do anything. Like, I'm just happy to be there and to spend time with you and have that moment with you of just talking, personal conversation about our lives. I don't have to do the personal conversations, the talks we had, way more like stimulating and better than literally just sleeping together. Like, you literally have told me, right? You wanted multiple people to sleep with. You just wanted to sleep around, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't have an issue with that. That's you. You know what I mean? Crazy. So then, I'm really going to tell you what happened, because I'm not the one that has sex on my mind all the time, right? So then, what happened was I broke down. I cried. I don't remember what it was. We were having a conversation and she said something and I just couldn't hold it in, so I broke down and I cried. I cried on her and she was like, I'm sorry. She goes, I'm sorry. I really hurt you. I know I hurt you. And she goes, no, because she said, you went online and said that stuff about me. And I said, yeah, because I was hurt. You don't know what you did hurt me. And you still act like the stuff you ain't doing hurt me. You even just recently told me in a message you wasn't trying to hurt me, and then go online, put me on blast, and make all these false claims, and then hurt me. After you said you wasn't trying to hurt me. So you lied to me when you said you wasn't trying to hurt me and turn around and hurt me even more? That's crazy. So then, here I am crying, right? I'm crying. I'm upset. She's apologizing profusely. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I know I hurt you. And then you go and you hurt me again. Isn't that crazy? So your apology meant nothing. So then, here we are in this moment. So I said, YOLO, you only live once, right? So here we are sharing this moment or whatever. So I did what was right in the moment. Like, hello, I'm going to do... So I went in to try to initiate a kiss. Yes, I did. Because why? Hello. I thought it was the right time. So I do that, right? But for some reason, it was like the side. It was just like right here on the cheek. So whatever. So here I am, right, doing that. And then she's like, I'm sorry. She goes, I'm sorry I can't kiss you back. You're making me nervous. And I was like, okay, whatever. In my head I was just like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. You don't need to be upset over that. That's fine. Interacting with someone you have strong feelings for, I could get it. That would make anyone nervous. Like, for me, I wouldn't do something like that. Like, I wouldn't win for something like that. Me... You guys don't know me. I wouldn't put myself out there like that. That was the first time I ever felt comfortable to do anything like that. That to me was crazy. I was like, I couldn't believe I did that, right? So anyways, I, like a dummy. Why'd I have to go say that? So then, I was like, so then she's like, I'm sorry, let me move my hair. So she moved my hair, right? Or not my hair, her hair. She goes, I'm sorry, my hair's in the way. So she moved her hair, and then I just continued with whatever it was I was doing. And then I said, that's when I said something stupid, man. And I beat myself up because I was like, that was the dumbest thing you could have ever said. Because I was like, I'm sorry. She jumped up, stood up, and was like, no, 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 no. She said, she mistook what I was saying and was like, no, 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 no. She goes, I'm not trying to have sex. And I'm like, get your mind out of the gutter. That's not what I was talking about. And she goes, what were you talking about? And I went like that with my mouth. And I said, like, kissing. And she was like, oh. And then she laughed. And I said, don't do that. I said, get your mind out of the gutter. And then I was like, do you want me to write it down for you? Because I was joked. I was like, do you want me to write this down for you? And then she had messaged me that night saying, I had a good time with you, Miss Slidell. See, she goes, the age gap. You was thinking one thing, and I was thinking one thing over the top. And I was like, it's okay. Like, you know, it's gonna happen. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I would never do some stuff like that. Like, to go in to kiss somebody that I like, be too afraid to do that. Like, I would be too scared. That was a time where I just said, I'm gonna go for it. Like, that, me? Do that? That had to take a lot. Crazy, but I'm the one obsessed. Okay, but I attacked you. Even though I was kind and nice to you and caring, you lied to my face. Multiple times. You told me things. Mind you, there was a whole bunch of drama that happened on one of the Saturdays. I said, hey, I talked to whoever it was to let them know I was going to go out. I planned a whole thing to go see Spider-Man at the movie theater. She wanted to go see Spider-Man. She said, do you want to go see Spider-Man? I was like, yeah, sure. So then I had planned for us to go see Spider-Man, right? She said she couldn't go. And then she tells me she was on the phone. She said, I could have been with you calm watching Spider-Man, but instead I have to deal with all this drama. If I calm you down, and I'm a calm person, and I calm you down, why are you telling people I attacked you? Why are you lying like that? You're the one who is literally doing this stuff. You literally was on the phone talking about, because I had mentioned something that brought up babies, and that's why she said that. And she was like, she goes, can you make, no, she goes, something about, I want a bunch of babies, let's make a baby. And then she said, can you still make babies? I am 32 years old. Why are you asking me if I babies? Does that make sense? I'm 32 years old. Of course I could still make babies. Like, I was like, yeah, ha ha ha, I can make you a bunch of babies. Like, what am I supposed to do? If someone's flirting with you and you're flirting back, I'm not going to look stupid. I'm not going to be on the phone and be like, no, I'm going to flirt back. That's dumb. You don't just sit there when someone's flirting with you that you like and just not do or say anything. I ain't going to look like no chump. What? I'm gonna say some stuff back, because, hello? Jeez. And then you want to lie and say I'm the one that's obsessed? I literally was, like, confused. Because you're over here saying, think of me as a friend, and then you're saying stuff like that. I didn't say anything to you. I had normal conversations with you. I asked you how you was doing, and it went from how are you doing to you snapping at me and saying that I'm stressing you out. If I'm stressing you out, why are you online putting me on blast and trying to get me to argue with you if I stressed you out? I was trying to care, okay? We hadn't talked in a week, and I was worried. Sure enough, you said you was not good. And why are you not good? Because you have to lie to the internet Maybe that's why your guilty conscience was eating you. You was not good because you're in a relationship of someone telling you all this shit about me when they don't even know me. If they met me, if that's who I think it is, they don't know anything about me. They just want to get other people out of the way so they can be with you. And not in a good way. That is not a very healthy relationship. Because if it was healthy, that person wouldn't tell you to not be friends with someone because they're worried about what the dynamic might be like. And not only that, because they're telling you you can't be friends with other females. That is controlling. We never had a conversation where I controlled you. You talking about, oh, and that's another thing that she brought up and mentioned. She mentioned that I told her, oh, I know you're not going out. She is misconstruing that whole conversation. She told me she was not going anywhere. I didn't even call her. I texted her and said, how are you doing? She assumed how are you doing was me trying to ask her to go out somewheres. Where do you get that from? How are you doing? If I'm asking you how are you doing, that doesn't mean I'm trying to ask you to go somewheres because I want to know how you're doing. Then I said, how are you doing? And she said, I can't go out anywhere. She goes, I'm not going to go out anywhere. So I'm not leaving anywhere. And I said, I wasn't asking you to go anywhere. I was not asking you to go anywhere. I just said, how are you doing? And then you snapped at me. So then that's when I responded and told her, oh, I know you're not going anywhere because she told me she wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't because I was trying to control her or try to tell her, oh, you ain't going anywhere like that. No, it was because she told me she wasn't going anywhere. She's reading too much into the conversations and she's really needs to slow down and stop. I never bought her Papa John's. We never had a conversation where I controlled her. I never said she didn't also like men. Where have I ever made it like she didn't like men? She's the one who told me. She said she would never marry a man again. She said she would never date a man, that this man was after her, trying to sleep with her, and that she's the one who literally told me that she didn't want anything to do with men. I never made it feel like you didn't like men. I'm not that type of person. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me because I have been there for you when nobody else was, when people was using you for cigarette money. All this other bullcrap, when people had the police following you because they suspected you of selling substances. Never once have I ever had the police chase you. Never once have I ever done anything to you. You could believe I'm working with these people. I don't even know those people. I don't want any of that drama. Whatever issues you got with them, you need to go deal with that by yourself. That has nothing to do with me. Crazy. I literally didn't know anything about any money that she had coming. I didn't know anything of any of her stuff. She shared that personal stuff with me. I wasn't trying to get information from you. I'm not trying to do anything to you for money. You can believe that all you want, but believe what you want to believe. You know that. I didn't know anything. I didn't mention anything about your money this or your money that. You're the one who mentioned that. How did I give her anything, which I don't even know if that's true. I haven't even seen if she said that or not. I didn't give her anything because we didn't sleep together. We never slept together. So if she did say that, I wouldn't know because people love to go back and forth. This live stream is screen recorded so I can put it up. So you're not going to go tell her I said something I didn't say. Because I didn't say anything. We ain't going to lie. This live stream is screen recorded. We're not going to do the back and forth. She said, you said, she said, you said. If she said that, I don't know. I didn't see. My mom didn't call the police on anybody. She didn't even know that girl. She didn't even know that girl. My mom never even met her. Well, I have to. Like, hello? No, I haven't been playing on my Xbox because I have a lot of stuff I have to do tomorrow. So, yeah. I didn't hurt her dogs. She lived in Arizona, right? I'm going to tell you what she said. If she did say that, that is really messed up. What happened was someone burnt her house down and she had a litter of dogs in there. She lived in Arizona and someone burnt her house down. She literally said, and I'm going to tell you this, she said it was because of an injury she got out of work, which I think was Sam's Club. She said it was retaliation and they burnt her house down. It is literally in the news. She told me this when I was in the bathroom talking about this carjacking about my brother. She came up to me and starts telling me about her house fire because she was overhearing my conversation. I didn't know who she was. We met in the bathroom. I think she was in the mirror doing her hair or something. And she came up to me and she told me about her house being burnt down. And how she told me basically everything that happened. That's crazy. I never lived in Arizona, so how could I do that? She thinks I'm connected to that stuff. I'm not connected to that. Why would I even do that to someone? Is crazy. She thinks I know those people, or I know just because I stayed at Barrett House, and I even told her when I was little, we used to stay at the Barrett House. Now all of a sudden, because I stayed there, I'm connected to her. I was little. Where were we supposed to stay? We didn't have anywhere to stay. That was the shelter that took us in. Now all of a sudden, because I stayed somewhere, now you're trying to piece things together. Just because you stayed at the Barrett House and I stayed at the Barrett House different times does not mean we're connected. There are a lot of things that you did that I could say, oh yeah, you know, that's weird. You're linked to because the gas station you was gonna work at was the gas station we used to sleep in their parking lot. You see how that sounds? She was gonna work at the same gas station me, my brother, and my mom used to sleep at in their parking lot. And I even told her that. I said, that's crazy. You know what? We used to sleep in that parking lot where you're gonna work at. I could have easily put that to with about to work there and say, you're but I'm not, because you're not a part of the carjacking. You never did that to my brother. You didn't send no guy over there. You tried to link things together. Mind you, she's the one that also mentioned the Garcias and crimes and said that the Garcias were after her, right? So I was like, yeah, it's crazy. She mentioned that and I said it's crazy that I unalived my brother. His last name was Garcia. No, she actually mentioned that before. She's the one who actually told me that. She said, because she said they were doing some stuff to her. And I was like, you know what, that's so crazy, because the guy who unalived my brother, his last name was Garcia. We had a whole conversation. Because she was, I don't know, when that truck ran me over, right? How could I burn her house down? I was here. She was in Arizona. I wouldn't do that to somebody. That's crazy. That happened in Arizona. I was living here. Like, that's crazy. Anyways, we had a whole conversation, because when she came back, after she got mad and stopped talking to me, she starts talking to me again. That's when I had messaged her and said, you don't even know what I've been through, because I was mad at her. I wasn't mad at her, but I was upset with her because she was getting mad at me. I said, you don't even know what happened to me. Somebody tried to run me over and almost killed me in a truck. Then over the phone, I think it was on the phone, she tries to tell me how that same truck tried to do the same thing to her. She goes, oh, you know that truck that tried to run you over and kill you? She goes, they tried to do the same thing to me. Yeah, she told me that the truck tried to do the same thing to her, and she goes, maybe it's targeted. Or, no, not maybe it's targeted. Maybe the same person was after us for some reason. I don't know why they would be after you and me. Like, why would they try to run me over and try to run you over? Like, I don't know. She did, though. She did tell me that. She said that the same truck that tried to run me over tried to run her over. She told me that. And I was like, that's crazy. Then she's following her from my social media. I said, those are not my supporters. They don't follow people. She kept telling me, I want to go outside and look like I don't have to clean up all the time. Why do you have to look presentable? I'm not having people follow you. She said if she gardens and she goes outside and she doesn't look presentable, she doesn't want to have to look presentable. She kept telling me all the time how she didn't like my social media. She didn't like how people was treating me. In the past, she used to say that. She used to be like, I don't like how these people are treating you. She did say that. And they told me, which is in the message, I don't like your social media, okay? Well, I'm not sending people to follow you. She said a black family looked at her as if we had a relationship. I wasn't even with her when that black family looked at her. She laughed about it. She said this black family at the Asian market looked at me like if I had a relationship with you, and I think this is in the messages, and then got in their car and left. What she's like, ha ha ha, she laughed. She goes, what do you be telling people? And I'm like, I don't tell them we have a relationship. I didn't say anything. She goes, ha ha ha. She was laughing about it like it was a joke. Like, first of all, okay, if you find it funny, now all of a sudden that's not funny. Now all of a sudden you don't want people to think that we have a relationship, even though I never said anything. It was funny then. Now all of a sudden it's not funny now. I wasn't laughing. Like, why do you do that stuff? Someone's brain, and then you don't have a conversation. All I asked is for you to have a conversation. You couldn't even do that. And you know what else is hurtful? I tried to help. I'm not even going to say how I tried to help. I was not trying to add feelings to that. I was hoping maybe if she went and talked about what was going on, that maybe she could get some help, right? And I'm not saying like she was struggling. We're all struggling with our feelings, what we feel, everything from our past, everything that has happened to us from our childhood to now, right? We have feelings. We have feelings towards that stuff that we never resolved, that we never got over, that we have to work past, because you're going to carry those feelings and you're going to hurt somebody else because you're not taking care of yourself. I was worried for you and concerned, and you got mad at me, and you did all of this all because I was trying to help you. I said, hey, why don't you get on with you? I was not trying to add feelings to that. Oh, you're trying to make it like I have feelings, like you're trying to put feelings to it. No, I'm not. I just wanted you to literally, I just wanted you to be okay. Whether she never saw me in a romantic sense, fine. That's okay. I'm not trying to push a relationship. I saw that she was struggling and it was getting bad. It was getting worse. Because the person that I'm seeing now was not the person I saw last year, was not the person that was telling the Lyft driver, make sure she gets home safe. That's not the person that I was seeing. The person who was happy and who was cracking jokes and who we were listening to music and having a good time, the person that I'm seeing now is attacking me and bashing me and putting me online, all because I wanted to help you, because I cared. I'm not trying to put feelings to anything. I was not trying to have a relationship with you. I thought maybe if you talked about what was going on, it would help you. It's so crazy that everyone wants to chalk it up to a relationship. I even said recently that I was trying to be her friend. I'm not trying to have a relationship. I already knew that she was just trying to get with another woman. And then she said she no longer wanted to be with that woman because whoever it was did something to her. Now you're with somebody else. You are not in the right headspace to be in a relationship with someone. And it's not because I'm not trying to say I'm jealous, I don't want you to be in a relationship. If you're threatening people, if you're talking the way that you talk online, you put that person on blast online. If you love that person, if you truly cared about them, you won't be blasting them all over the internet and spreading lies. I never messaged your person because you was gonna tell people that you wasn't my girlfriend. Girlfriend never. Thank you for the gifts. Girlfriend never came up in the messages. I didn't, because she was gonna tell people that she was not my girlfriend. She wasn't gonna tell people online. She's lying. She doesn't go online. She wanted me to do it. I'm not going to tell people. Because why do I need to tell them you're not my crush? They're going to lie. And then they're going to sit here and say you're dating. Why do I need to even tell people that? Why do I need to sit here and tell people she's not my crush? Because it's in the messages. She messaged me and she said, you need to tell people to stop labeling. I don't like labels, and tell people to stop thinking I'm your crush. Okay. It was because she was in a relationship with someone, and I had nothing to do with that. I'm not out here telling people we're in a relationship, so why do I need to come online and say, hey, so-and-so, which I don't name drop, is not my crush? They're gonna look at me like I'm stupid, oh yeah, they're really gonna believe me, because if the conversation is not about a crush, why am I bringing that up out of nowhere randomly? Why am I randomly bringing that up? You said you was gonna go online and tell people you wasn't my girlfriend. That's a lie. You was not, because you didn't want to be on social media. Tell the truth. You said, I don't do that social media stuff. That's what you told me. You don't do the social media stuff. You're not on. It's not about keeping secrets. It's the fact that if you're going to go online and lie on me, tell people the truth. She kept pushing me, and then she would take it out on me like it's my fault. And I keep telling you guys this. We had a conversation. I said, look, you're self-sabotaging, because when someone treats you really good, especially shows you love that you've never had, you're going to push those people away. And I said, when I even cried to her that night, and I was upset. I said, you're pushing me away again. And she goes, I'm not pushing you away, because if I pushed you away, I wouldn't have came back and started talking to you again. Okay, fine. You know, if she didn't see me romantically, if she messed with me, if she played with me, okay, cool. At that point, like, once she said, think of me as a friend, done deal. I'm not trying to pressure or push anything. You made it seem like I made you feel uncomfortable when I said, hey, is it okay if I do these things? Is it okay? Is this okay? Are you okay with this? You knew that. You never asked me if I was okay with you grabbing my boob. You never asked. You just did it. You didn't even ask if I was okay. This was after you had told me, think of me as a friend. Then you grabbed me and you expect me to be okay because I cracked some joke. How? I didn't even know how to process that. I had to talk to my therapist about why someone is treating me like that, making it seem like they want me, and then tossing me like I'm garbage. And you made it seem like all this time I was playing you, like I didn't really love you, because you kept... Okay, so when she did that, all I said was, I laughed. I was like, ha ha ha, you know what you're doing. I said, you know what you're doing. And then she laughed back and she just walked away. So I get in the car and here I am trying to hold my tears in and not cry, because then Shelterchu's going to ask me what's going on, and then I'm going to have to tell her what. And at the time I didn't process it as that. Because for me, my thought process was like, you just told me think of you as a friend. You literally had me hold your hand as we walked to your apartment, and I'm just sitting here like, okay, well, you're sticking your hand out for me to hold it. You just grabbed me. You're doing the things to try to be affectionate again, and then you make up stuff. I literally was being nice. When you go to someone's place for the first time, right? Anybody knows this. When you go to see someone's place for the first time, you take a housewarming gift. So I saw these really cute pink flowers. She said she was going to have pink and green furniture. So I said, let me take these flowers that match her furniture. That would be nice. That's the nice thing to do, because, you know, a housewarming gift. So I go to take her these flowers. Then she tells Shelterchu she doesn't get the hint, and then she starts laughing. I'm not giving you the flowers because I'm trying to have some relationship with you. Why would you just like ruined that? I was just being friendly and taking you these flowers because it was the nice thing to do. It was a housewarming gift. Because it was. I didn't consent to that. And especially if I'm telling somebody, hey, especially if someone's telling me, think of me as a friend, and then they grab them, what is that? What is that? How am I supposed to respond to that? You know, I never wanted to come on here and say that. I had to process that with my therapist. That's crazy. If it happened to any one of y'all, you wouldn't sit here and say, oh, it's not. Like, you would. That was hurtful to me, and I still have to process all of this. Behind the scenes, I had to act like I was okay online, because how can I explain to anybody the whole situation of what's going on? Okay, so what if she really didn't love me? She probably didn't, because she questioned me all the time. She did. She questioned me a lot. She's like, how do you know? Or what did she say? Have you ever felt this way about anybody else? She's like, can I ask you a question? So here I am thinking she's going to ask the big question, because that's what she made it seem like. Then I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, ask the question. So anyways, she said, have you ever felt this way about anyone else? And I said, well, yeah, I've loved other people. Marry me. Duh. I wasn't talking about marriage. I thought she was going to ask me to be her girlfriend, because from the way that she was talking, that's what it sent like, because of the conversation we were having. So then, no, she didn't. She said, have you ever felt this way about anyone before? And I said, well, yeah. I said, I said, I have loved people before, but I've never felt this strongly about someone. I don't remember. The conversation had ended. She was like, okay, whatever. She didn't pressure it. The next day, she tells me, she goes, I don't love you like that. She said, she goes, but basically telling me she doesn't have feelings like that. I don't really remember the whole conversation, right? Well, let her call the cops. I really don't care. I haven't done anything to her. Like, you claim you care about someone, but then you call the cops. Whatever relationship you got going on with that person is not a healthy one for you to treat your friends like that. I haven't harassed her. She's the one who kept coming back to me and talking to me. I never even harassed her. How did I harass her? I never showed up to where she was at unless it was planned. Unless we had something planned. We hung out that whole time when I Show Speed came to Albuquerque. She's lying. She is lying. I didn't go over to where the shelter she was staying at and attack her. That's a lie. Yeah, I Show Speed came to Albuquerque and he went to the UNM game. We were there. We were right there by the UNM game. You believe her? Fans took pictures of me. She was there when they were taking pictures of me. She always tells people, I do not want to be in pictures. Do not take pictures of me. Do not put me on social media. Because a bunch of girls took a picture of her when we were at round 1. That's when we went to round 1. A bunch of people took pictures and she told them to delete it. It was a bunch of girls that took a picture and she said, please, she said, delete that picture. She goes, please don't take any pictures of me. I don't want any pictures. It's okay if you take pictures of her, but just don't post me. And they said, oh no, we're not. And then whatever they did. So we're standing there. We're waiting for a lift. It's me, her, and my mom. My mom, her, and me, we went to round 1. I took her to round 1. We're there. People is taking pictures of me. She sent me the pictures that people took. She said, cute pictures. Look at these. Look at the cute pictures. Because one guy, it seemed like he was being a little flirty. Maybe he was doing that just to be funny. But he's like, hey, Tophia. And then he was like, I forget. He said something like that. I don't know what it was. She even saw that. And she was like, that was funny what he did. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, these pictures are cute. So she sent me the pictures. And we were there. And we called for a lift. And then some guy was like tracking I Show Speed. So I Show Speed was supposed to show up where we were at. And she goes, do you want to wait for him to get content for your page? And I was like, yeah, I guess. But I knew she wanted to get home because she was tired. So I didn't want to keep her there any longer than was to be kept, because I was like, no, like I was thinking, you need to get home. You're tired, you know? So we wait, and then I guess I Shall Speed realized that people knew where he was going and was tracking him, and he said, how do y'all know where I'm going to go? So then he went somewhere else. That's when he went to the National Labs or something. The museum. The nuclear museum or something like that. That's where he went. He didn't go stop there. So then we called Lyft again. No, I had called and canceled the Lyft twice. She's like, well, do you want to go? And I was like, yeah. So then she's like, no, let's just wait here. And I was like, okay. So I waited with her. I was like, you know. So anyways, finally I was like, no, I said, let's just go. He's not coming, I said, and you're tired. I want to get you home. Because she was very tired, you know. She was. So I said, let's get home. So then I said goodbye to her and I leave. Mind you, one of the times that I had left, I don't remember what it was, I took a Lyft. She tells the driver, she's like, make sure that she gets home. She's really special to me. You know, so I was like, okay. Like, it was just things like that when she used to care, when she used to make sure I got home safe. You know, it went from that to like getting a threat. I don't show up to where she's at. She even told me, don't come here. You know, there's some things going on and I don't want you to get hurt. And I said, I don't go over there unless you tell me to. Then she twisted that into something else. And I'm like, that's not even what I said. That's not even what I said at all. You ain't even listening. You don't even want to have a conversation. You're trying to have an argument with me, and I even told her I'm trying to understand you. I don't understand this person because you're twisting everything I say. Man, that was hurtful. It's like I want to have a conversation, not an argument. She was the one literally saying that I was trying to argue with her when I was not. All I said was I want to have a conversation. Her excuse was it's too stressful and I'm going to end up in the hospital. And I said, well, fine, if I'm stressing you out, then I'll stop messaging you. Then she tells me, you're not stressing me out. Okay, well, you just told me I was. You made it seem like what's going on with your health problems, you blamed me. I don't want to be the cause of someone's health problems. That hurts. You said you wasn't trying to hurt me, and then you tried to hurt me. Because now you're in this relationship and you're treating me horribly. And whoever it is, you're having conversations with them, things into your head, and you both are agreeing on whatever it is, and that's not cool. If I was in a relationship, I wouldn't tell them the stuff that you said to me in the past, or how the fact that you plan to have sex with me. I wouldn't bring up stuff and talk to current relationship about that. Why would you tell that person I had feelings for you in the past? Why would you say that? They didn't even need to know that. You brought it up because you still have feelings. And you're taking it out on me. And I didn't even do anything. And you're mad because you have those feelings. But you want to be with that person. But you also want to be with me. That is weird. That is not obsession. Because I have not talked to her or said anything to her about a relationship. I'm not jealous. She can date whoever she wants to date. That has nothing to do with me. We weren't even in a relationship, so why would I care? I'm not dating her. I don't care. She wants me to be jealous, and that's not what's gonna happen. She even asked me one time, she said, do you get jealous? I'm like, no. Jealous over what? Like, if you want to date someone, date someone. She wasn't even with women, so why would I get jealous over nothing? Like, we're not even in a relationship. Trying to be your friend, like you said. The thing is I'm not talking about this because, and to say to move on, if I really don't care, like, she lied to the internet and told people that I did all of that stuff, and her house fire. I don't know anything about this lady. Just like she says she didn't know anything about me. She never heard anything about me in Arizona. Just like I never heard anything about her until she told me everything that was going on with her situation. I don't know what's going on, and I really hope that you are okay, because this is not you. I don't know your situation. I didn't burn your house down. I don't know the people that you mentioned. I don't really know Nico like that. I'm not connected to him in any sort of... So I don't know what she looks like. Wendy, the only thing I know about Wendy is what you told me. I don't have contact with Wendy. I'm not following her. I don't like her because she threatened my other friend. That's why I don't like her. And the fact that you still wanted to be with somebody that threatened to hurt your friend is crazy. And I even told you she was crazy, and you even agreed with me. You said, yeah, she is crazy. You were right. So if I'm saying that someone's crazy, then why would I want to link up with them to try to take whatever money you claim I'm trying to take? I don't want your money. I don't want your money. Not Wendy Ortiz. It is a OF model that does content. She does OF content. It's Wendy is... It's not Wendy Ortiz. Wendy is a lady that she was her first love. Don't call people crazy or I will block you. I will not allow that in my life. Please do not diagnose people. Okay. She's had a lot that she's went through. You don't even know anything, so don't call people crazy, because that's one thing I will not allow in my life. No, it's not Wendy Ortiz. So, anyways, there's this Wendy chick that there's this Wendy chick that was her first love. She said was the first woman she was in love with. She was still in love with her at the shelter. She would tell me about her all the time. She would talk about her. The thing about me, and this is something now that I can mention because it's already been brought up. I was sad. I was upset because I'm like, I'll never be Wendy. And I wish I was Wendy, because then maybe she would love me. Because she was doing these things that would make it seem like she wanted to be with me, and then she didn't want to be with me. That was hurtful. You know, I didn't know how to process that or deal with that because I had never been in love with a woman, especially someone 20 years older than me. That is crazy. Like, when I tell people I love them, I do. For you to keep questioning me and make me seem like I have some type of motive, like, oh, do you really like women? Oh, do you really love me? Oh, of course. I wouldn't lie like that. And then she literally said, what she literally said, one time she got mad and said, I'm not some topic for your TikTok. I'm not talking about you. You are not a topic for my TikTok. I was hurting. How do you expect me to feel when you're doing these things? You're sending me love songs. You're telling me this stuff. You're saying you miss me. You're saying that you wish we could hang out. But you're not indirectly saying, hey, I miss you and I want to be with you. Like, I hate being away from you. That hurts. You could have been truthfully honest. You were dishonest to me the whole time. And then you make it seem like I'm the one that's crazy. I'm not obsessed with you. You could have literally professed your feelings. You said I loved you more than once. You never even really meant that, and you were questioning me when in fact I'm the one that should have been asking you if you really mean that. Not once, but twice. I'm not out to hurt you, and I really wish you would see that. I really wish you would see that I have nothing to do with those people. And it's not about me, because I need to heal and work and deal through this. Last night was a hard night. I couldn't sleep. I was in so much pain, and I had to thug out my pain, because if I go to the hospital, people are going to say that I'm faking it. You literally said that I guilted you with unaliving myself. It had nothing to do with you. I said it's what the people are doing to me online. I literally stated that. Yes, that time I did try to hurt myself. It was partially because, but I said it was also partially because of the people bullying me online. For you to go online and say I tried to guilt you for that, I wasn't expecting you to go to the hospital to go see if I was okay. That's not why I did it. My thought was like, nobody's gonna show up, not even my family. You don't know how hard that was. I've had those thoughts ever since before you. I literally have a message between Wesley and me on Discord where he told me don't ever try to think of harming yourself again. We literally had a whole conversation on Discord. This was before I even met you. For you to literally say that I used that to hurt you, people falsely called the police to do welfare checks on me when I had the apartment. When I had the apartment, I was already, and when I wasn't talking like that, they would use the police to weaponize them and say that I was talking like that to literally have. I've been struggling with my major depression. For you to make it seem like I'm doing this to guilt trip you is crazy. I have stress. I have major depression. How do you think I'm going to feel when someone I love is threatening me and telling me that they're going to take my life? I told you I was going to take your life. I cared. When you needed me, I was there. When you needed food, I provided for you. And I made sure you had food so you wasn't starving. You and your family. When you needed a place, who was there to make sure you ended up at the shelter? When you were stressed out trying to figure out what you was going to do because you had to go to work, I showed up. I did that. And I'm not doing this to brag or anything like that. It's just hurtful. Whenever you needed me, whenever you need someone to talk to because you were struggling, because people was harassing you, because all of these things that were going on, I told you that you can talk to me about your problems. I'm there. I'm here to listen. You told me, no, you got too many issues. I needed to know my friend was okay because you're not okay. You're not the person that I knew at the shelter. You're not the person who cared, who literally made sure I was safe. The kind, caring person that I knew. So now you're taking it out on me because I cared, and I'm supposed to not care, and people think that it's crazy. It's not crazy to care about your friends when you're seeing a change in them. That is, like, I just want that person to be okay. And I get it. Like, people are trying to talk to me and tell me that, why would I still try to help? I can't help it. I'm sorry, I just can't help the fact that I want someone to be okay. If it's wrong for me to want you to be okay, then fine. I can't help that I still care. I'm not going to be mad at the fact you said all that stuff online. If you want to lie and say all that stuff, if you never want to talk to me, fine. I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to try to talk to you. I'm not going to have a conversation with you. Whatever. But that's not going to stop me from caring. I'm not going to be an asshole and be rude and blame you and connect you to things in my past and say, you're the reason why these things happen to me. Whatever, these people have nothing to do with that. And now I can't even be successful on social media because if I make money, she's going to assume that money came from them. I'm not out here trying to do all of that to get money. I don't want money. I want you to be okay. You're in a relationship and you're not okay. And then you're taking it out on me. I'm not trying to stop her from a relationship, but right now it's not good. You just put your relationship on blast. First of all, I'm not going to let you diagnose people, so you are getting blocked. I do worry about this like my mom. What do you mean? I worry about my mom as well. She literally told me that. She had a conversation and said, you have a lot to deal with your mom. And I said, yeah, I've already got that taken care of. I do worry about this like my mom. Ask my mom. I even called the shelter and got mad at them when they yelled at her and bullied her. I even told, that I called the shelter and yelled at them because my mom was getting bullied at the shelter. She knows. I told her this. I didn't call her and tell her. I think that's when she called me and I told her. She is trying to get rid of me because she's self-sabotaging. She's trying to push me away. And she's expecting me to do what everybody else did and leave. And say I don't want nothing to do with you and leave. Mind you, I'm not bothering her. I'm not messaging her anymore. I'm not anything. I just needed to address that. But other than that, she wants me to say, get the F away from me. Like other people have, because that's what she told me other people did. I know that. I'm not stupid. She's done that before. Again, my mom knows what I did for her. Go see what I did for my mom. I did a lot for her while I was doing a lot. Mind you, I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not even mentioning other people for a reason because I'm trying to protect other people and the identity of other people. There was a reason why she needed food to eat, and I'm not even going to say why. It was not only for her. I don't know what much more I need to tell you. I bought my mom pajamas. I bought my mom slippers because she needed slippers. She didn't have anything. She told me I need some slippers. So I bought her Barbie slippers. She needed a tumbler. I bought her a tumbler. A Snoopy tumbler. So she can have her coffee in because she needed something for her coffee. I bought her clothes. She had green Nikes. I bought her those green Nikes. I bought her clothes, shoes, pants, shirts because she needed that. She didn't have any clothes. She had the essentials. They gave her that. She had shampoo, conditioner. She had all of that. She had that. I'm the one who paid for that. I'm the one who bought her those things that she needed. I went by bus in the heat to go do that for my mother. I didn't do Bella. That's what I keep telling you that. I didn't do anything to that girl. She was my friend. The reason why she's not talking to me, and I told you guys this, is because of the fact she wanted me to talk about her. I'm like, I'm not going to mention her on my live. You're protecting her and protecting Crystal because she's all three of you together. I was never with Bella and this Crystal chick. I don't even know who this Crystal chick is. I don't know who that Crystal chick is. When I hung out with Bella, it was me and Bella at the mall. Crystal chick. Because she is lying. The reason why Bella is not talking to me is because she thought me and her had a relationship. Because when we were being affectionate that one time after swimming, she said, that's that story I told you where she said, go ahead, lay down, take a nap. Well, you can hope someone punches me. That's rude. She name dropped Bella. I didn't name drop Bella. She's the one who name dropped Bella. First of all, what do you mean I think every woman who interacts with me loves me? Considering the fact that she told me she loved me not once but twice, she was sending me love songs. She was holding my hand, being really affectionate. We didn't kiss on the lips, but I did kiss her. Like, hello? Not Bella Swan. Don't even do that. It's not even for clout. She's not doing that for clout. Don't even say that. I didn't even do anything to her kids. I didn't do nothing to her kids. If she's gonna tell the truth, why doesn't she tell people about what Bella did to her kids? She ain't gonna tell people that. I didn't do anything to anybody. She literally accused Bella of liking her daughter. And I was like, okay, whoa, that's weird. Like, what? She told me that girl was copying her daughter's poses. She said that girl stole her daughter's clothes and was wearing it. She said she stole my daughter's clothes and was wearing her clothes. Her clothes went missing, a bunch of her clothes. Her daughter even told me that. Her daughter told me that she stole her stuff. They both told me that. Why are you lying to people like that? I didn't do anything to your kids. Well, I don't care if she presses charges against me. I'm not doing anything to her. We didn't even do anything together. We never had sex. We never did anything. She's the one who said something nasty to me when she was mad at me. And I never even said anything about sex. She said, I'm not gay. Ew. I would never let you sit on my face. I have the message. I would never let you sit on my face. You'll suffocate me. That's what she said. I was like, whoa, what? That's weird. I haven't even harassed her kids. I'm not even doing anything to her kids. I haven't been around where she's at. I don't go over there unless she says it's okay for me to go over there. Crazy. I'm not going to show the messages because I'm not going to do that. I know she don't want me. I'm not trying to have a relationship with her. If that's what you think this is, then you're stupid. Whatever. When we went, okay, we were in line for the powwow, the last powwow. She said she wanted to go. I'm sitting in the car. I get a message from her. We just passed you. And I'm like, oh, really? I didn't see you. Because I'm not looking out for people. See who's driving around. I'm not watching for your car. Like, that's weird. There was instances where she said, I was at the other place. She said she drove by and she was like, she said, oh, I drove there. The car was not out there. And I was like, I'm home. She left. She went somewhere. So I'm not with her. I'm at home. Why are you driving by to see if I'm home? Like, what is that? To me, I don't think anything weird of that. But if you're going to accuse me, then what about that? I'm not talking badly about you. I'm not trying to talk badly about you. Thank you for the gifts. You just want me to engage and I'm not. You can call the police. You can make reports. The police can show up. I don't care. I have proof that I didn't do anything to you. And then you were saying that you were, I don't even know. Like, to me, that was weird. And I even talked to my online friend about it when she was able to talk at the time. I was like, why is she showing up like that? It's weird. Like, just driving by like that. Like, she says, think of me as a friend, but then there she is. Yeah, at another place I was at. There was another place I was at. And she said that she drove by and she didn't see me there. I don't know why she drove by, but she drove by. And then I was like, oh, I'm here, I said. I didn't go anywhere. I was talking to my friend at the time. That's when she had mentioned that, and then that's when I mentioned to my friend. I was like, that's weird. She wants me to engage. She wants me to show messages and argue back and forth with her, and I'm not going to share messages because I'm not going to do that. If she wants to share the messages, she can share whatever selective messages she wants to share. I'm not doing that. She wants me to engage with her and interact with her, argue with her, and continue back and forth. No, I do not have a... I am right. Like, she was talking about how I'm wanting to argue with her, but then she's going online putting me on blast. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to do anything with you. You don't realize just what you have caused. I couldn't sleep last night. It's a very dangerous situation. I've already got threatened once. I would never do anything to or do any of that. Like, why would you know what people were saying? Why would you lie? Thank you for the gift points. That is so messed up. You know what people were saying. I don't know if she voted for Trump. I don't know who she voted for, because all I know is when I had conversations with her, it was about how much we hated Trump. So I don't know if she voted for Trump or not. I didn't ask her who she voted for. I really did, because from what I assumed our conversations, we don't like Trump. So I don't know. She told me she didn't like Trump. I'm blocking you. She didn't use me for clout, and I don't know how many times I have to keep saying that. The clout thing, here's the thing that became a misunderstanding with that too. She thought that I was talking about Jay at the time. Jay, and I was talking about Ash Too Trippy. She thought I was talking about her and saying that she was just doing things for clout. I wasn't talking about you. I literally told her I was and Ash Too Trippy, and she didn't believe me. So then she said, okay. I thought it was resolved. I thought, okay, well, maybe, she understands. No, then she comes back again later on, and I'm like, look, I was not talking about you when I said about clout. I was talking about Jay and Ash Too Trippy. Believe what you want to believe. That's crazy. I'm not using anybody for anything. Like, that doesn't make any sense. No, I'm not. Yes, I have been through a lot. And it's very frustrating and hurtful that someone that claims they care about someone and love someone is calling the cops on them for no reason. To try to make it seem like I'm obsessed. I have nothing to do with you. If there was any fraud being committed at that shelter, why haven't you even pursued legal action? Why haven't you even contacted the police and let them know, or the FBI? If there's fraud going on, contact the FBI. What are you doing? I didn't bring it to the situation. I didn't bring the situation to social media. She did. It all started from a comment where she replied to someone telling them that I made the relationship up in my head. I don't know what she's telling you, but we never had a relationship, and she made it up in her head. I wasn't had a relationship. I told her that. I messaged her. She didn't want to have a conversation with me. When I messaged her and said, hey, I saw your message, it disappeared, because she said, don't cry, you didn't do anything wrong, I saw your live. I'm not going to explain the other thing. I'm not going to say the other thing she told me in the message. My iPhone was so messed up because I needed to update it that the message disappeared. So I responded back to her. Then I waited a while. Then I responded back and said, hey, I don't know if you got my message. I saw your message. I'm sorry that happened to her. I don't remember what it was that I sent to her. I sent it to her. It's still sitting there. She hasn't even responded to me, which is fine. So then I'm thinking, well, maybe something's going on and she'll respond like she always does and tells me, hey, I had a lot going on, whatever. No. I get someone name dropping her on my live and I freaked out because sometimes I see something and then I'm like, did I really see what I just saw? So then I look at it, sure enough, they're dropping her name in my comments saying that she exposed me. again, whether you were in a relationship or not, it doesn't matter. It mattered to her because she kept telling me, think of me as a friend. It did matter. I was not talking about with her. In the past, yes. But she said, think of me as a friend, so it did matter to her. What's the point of her bringing up and constantly telling me, think of me as a friend, if I was not having a conversation about relationships? I was not talking about wanting a relationship with her. Why does she need to keep telling me that? I have the messages. I just asked her if she was okay. Me asking you if you're okay means that I want to be with you. Me wanting to hope that you're okay is me being obsessed with you. Now you want to call the cops on me and say that I'm harassing you, your kids, and your family? That's fucked up. I have never done some shit like that to you. Call the cops on you and lie on you and say something like that to you. That's crazy. I didn't accuse her. It happened. I don't know how many times I have to explain that. There's cameras. And the reason why I was upset over the situation, if someone would have saw, and if someone would have saw that knew me from social media, how do you think that interaction's gonna go? Somebody's gonna think that we got something going on because you grabbed my boob. You don't want people to think we're in a relationship, but you're doing things in public that makes people think we're in a relationship. And then I get it. I'm the one that gets yelled at. They think we're in a relationship, so us. People, because they take pictures. When we went to the sawmill that day, that she told me she had a rated R dream. She said, here. She had me take her by the arm. So I was like, what is going on? Why are you letting me do this in public? You would never let me do this in public, because if you let me do this in public, people are going to see. Someone already recognized me from social media and she worked there. And I was like, oh crap. If this person sees us, and they think I'm dating this lady, because they're going to think that. People automatically think that. And then I get it because of what she's doing. And then on me and said it was my fault. I don't have internalized homophobia. That was not what was going on. To be affectionate in public is something that would have been a very bad idea, considering my social media platform. Someone would have said something and I would have gotten it, because they would have said we were in a relationship and she would have got mad at me. I don't know what more I need to explain to you. I'm perfectly okay with PDA in public. I really don't care. But when it comes to her saying she did not like my social media, she felt uncomfortable, all of this stuff, that is, I don't even know, that is hurtful. And for you to call the cops, crazy. I would never do that to you. Never. You lied to people on the internet because of your feelings towards me, and all I was trying to do was help you. I never tried to initiate recently a relationship with you. I was not talking to you about a relationship. I'm not harassing anybody. She's the one who made posts about me earlier. Did she not post about me on Facebook? Because someone sent it to me. Why are we lying? She's the one who made shit post about me And I didn't say anything about her except on Monday when I told everyone the truth because she lied on me. She's the one who made a freaking post talking about how I am freaking working with those people to take her money, which is not true because I don't care. And no, it's not calmed down. It's fucked up. I didn't even get any sleep last night because I was in so much fucking pain. I had a nightmare that she tried to come kill me because it's dangerous. You don't even know the shit that you're involving yourself in and you think this is funny until she kills me. She threatened me not too long ago on Facebook. She made a threat to me that she was going to shoot me. And I still went back to being her friend because I thought maybe, just maybe, things have changed. She said, if you show up to where I'm at, I don't show up to where she lives. She was going to shoot me. And I didn't call the cops on her, did I? I could have showed them that. She said, I hope your kids end up with mental illness. Whoever she was talking to, I don't know. She tends to go on these tangents and talk about people and then loop me in with these people. In the same message of threatening me. Then, recently when we talked, she said, I don't get mad. And I said, oh, really? I seem to remember when you told me that you wasn't gay and you called me ugly. And then I brought up that thing that she said about whoever it was that she wished that their kids had mental illness. Then she tried to flip it onto me and say that I was trying to diagnose her. I wasn't trying to diagnose you. Then she said, stop looking at my face. I don't look at your Facebook like that. But when you get angry, you went and made a threat and then you deleted it. You No, I cannot ignore the fact that my life is being put in danger. You don't know what she's capable of doing. She has made threats before of shooting me. Shooting someone that she really claims that she loved and cared about. She was sending me love songs, and it was going from sending me love songs to saying that she was going to shoot me. All because you guys really don't know how this situation is. No, it is a very dangerous situation. It is not just some, oh, she doesn't love me. Okay, fine. I still would have been her friend. But it is a very scary, dangerous situation. She would try to harm me. If she thinks I'm trying to do something to her family, she would try to kill me. Like, you guys think this is just... Even when she did make threats to me, I didn't call the police. Whether she didn't name drop me indirectly, you don't have to name drop me. When you got mad and you went and posted what you posted on Facebook and you got mad at me, it was directed towards me. Because you didn't post that before you got mad at me. Then you said, and I quote, I am screening you. Why are you screening me like I'm auditioning for some movie? I screened you and you didn't make the cut. What? I didn't make the cut to be in a relationship with you? That's exactly what she said in that post as well when she threatened me. I screened you and you didn't make the cut. Why are you screening me for? There was no reason for her to screen me. All I did was just want to hang out and be friends. Because you said think of you as a friend. And you're screening me? For what reason? I never gave you a reason to screen me. It has nothing to do with her not wanting to be in a relationship with me. That's what I keep telling you, that I don't care. She cares. That's not what you're not understanding. She's the one who cares. She cares, not me. When people were saying we were in a relationship, that's what fueled this. Duh. Why do you think all of this is happening? Because she responded to people saying, I don't know what she's telling y'all. She made it up in her head, but we're not together. I never told anyone we were in a relationship. She's the one who responded to that. She cares. She messaged me and said, tell people to stop labeling it. I don't want people to think that I'm your crush still. Why am I going to go tell people anything? Why do I need to randomly bring that up? The 10% battery came up and I need to go charge my phone. I am tired. My stress is bad. I'm in pain. I need to go sleep. After this, I'm just going to listen to my music and I'm just going to try to... She can call the cops on me. She can say whatever she wants. I shouldn't still care, but I do. And I don't care. Like, I'm not going to be rude. I'm just trying to tell my side. Like, you did all of that to make it seem like I was obsessed when you're the one that wanted me. It's crazy. Anyways, I don't feel good. I need to try to go get some sleep. Have a good day or night where you guys are. I will see you guys later. I have to literally go get ready for bed. But anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are. Thank you for liking, commenting, gifting, watching, and joining the fan club. I will see you later. Bye guys. Good night.